Hello, you are watching the Ruslan Belov channel. Today is July 18th, 2025, and this is the traditional overview of the battle map. There are a huge number of small changes along the entire front line today. There are updates on the southern Donetsk, Kostyantynivka, and Crashny Leman directions, as well as some changes on the Kupansk front. And finally, there are changes coming from Vchansk. For the past few months, there were no changes there at all, but today something has shifted. There is also news from the Sunumi direction, which we will discuss and review in this video. And before we begin, as always, I'd like to sincerely ask you to subscribe to the channel. If this isn't your first time watching these videos and you're not yet subscribed, please do so. Your subscription greatly supports the development of this channel. Thanks to all who have subscribed. Let's begin, as usual, with the Kherson direction. 3 impacts were recorded here, in Nikolskoye, Sadovoye, and Poniatovka. Let me remind you that this area has been targeted recently as well, and now new reports confirm additional strikes. The Ukrainian side reports that Russian attacks were repelled near the Antonovsky Bridge and in the Pridneprovsk area. Strikes were also carried out against Ukrainian positions near Kherson. Meanwhile, Russian positions near Gouier Pristan were also attacked, and fighting took place in the Novocadsko area. Here, Russian positions were targeted. Daily attacks continue here using FPV drones and artillery. Russian artillery strikes Ukrainian positions, while Ukrainian forces strike Russian positions. However, no major changes have occurred along this front line today. Moving on to the Oricov direction. No significant changes were recorded today. Reports indicate that Ukrainian forces attacked Russian positions near the settlement of Belogorye. This suggests most of Belogorye is in the grey zone. Positional battles are also ongoing near Novoandreevka and Novodanilovka, primarily using FPV drones. Russian positions were also attacked near Stepovoy using FPV drones. As for Plavny, there are still no updates. Previously, reports indicated Russian forces were gradually advancing there, but no confirmed changes have come in. What has been confirmed is the complete clearing of Kamenskoye by Russian forces. We await official confirmation that this area is fully under Russian control. Until we receive video evidence or Ukraine acknowledges the loss, we won't mark it as fully taken. Now we go to the Gouier Pole direction. As you know, Malinovka has fully come under Russian control. This has been acknowledged by both sides. Yesterday evening, the Ukrainian side confirmed the complete loss of Malinovka. Russian forces are now regrouping and pushing toward Poltavka, also attacking Ukrainian positions near Zeleny Gouier. While the map shows no visible changes yet, this info comes from field reports. In Zelenopol, Russian forces have attacked Mirovka, Novogeorgievka, and Kamyshevaha. Today, all territory marked in red has shifted under Russian control, particularly north of Zelenopol. Kamyshevaha's main supply route from Shevchenko is now under attack, and Russian forces are expanding their control in that area. There are also updates from Shevchenko. Russian troops advanced 500 meters and cleared the area, securing it under their control. Now to Voskresenka. A new video confirms Russian army positions there, following the town's capture. Ukraine hasn't acknowledged losing Voskresenka, but Russian forces have provided visual confirmation. Advances of up to 400 meters were recorded today. Attacks are now underway on Sochnievo and Malivka, and Alexandrogorad is also under pressure as it's effectively cut off from supplies. A FAB strike hit Sochnievo today. The local bridge over the Volchya River was destroyed, leaving these towns isolated. Russian forces advanced 2 kilometers along the supply road to Alexandrogorad. All territory marked in red is now under Russian control. It's likely that this pocket has also fallen, but until video confirmation arrives, we'll refrain from updating the map. Next, Novocadsko and Gruskow. Novocadsko came fully under Russian control yesterday. Russian flags have been installed in several key locations. No video evidence yet from Gruskow, so we won't update the map, though it's likely Ukraine has withdrawn since its supply route ran through Novocadsko. Russian forces are now attacking Zeleny Gouier and Andreevka Klintsovaya. We expect significant changes by month's end. Moving on to Oricov. Positional fighting continues. Russian forces strike Ukrainian positions daily. Ukraine brings in reserves to prevent losing this area, as its fall would lead to clearing the whole pocket and an advance on Novopavlovka. Ukrainian troops are counter-attacking toward Kotlerovka and Novonikolevka. Despite losing Novonikolevka, Ukrainian troops are holding the line at Moravka. Positional fighting is also ongoing near Udaknoye and Kotlino. Now to the Pocrsk direction, there are updates from Peshanoe. Earlier, Shevchenko was confirmed to be under Russian control. We suspected Peshanoe was also lost, but had no proof until today. Now it's confirmed fully under Russian control. Attacks are ongoing towards Zverevo. Russian forces are entrenched there, but haven't advanced further due to strong Ukrainian reserves and logistical hubs near Pocrsk, making a direct approach too risky. Next is Nikolaevka. 5 videos from different points confirm Russian forward positions, indicating full control of the town. It's likely the entire pocket between Minoye and Nikolaevka is now under Russian control, though we await confirmation. No major updates elsewhere on the map today. Grey areas reflect changes from recent days. Russian forces are attacking Ukrainian positions in Rodinskaya. Russian positions are also being attacked near Fedorovka and Razin. North of Koptyevo, Russians advanced up to 1 kilometer toward Vladimirovka. Reports suggest Novotoretskoye may also be under Russian control, but this remains unconfirmed. Once videos are received, we'll update the map. Ukrainian positions are under attack toward Vladimirovka and Poltavka. Pro-Russian sources claim Popov Yar is fully under Russian control. This comes from credible sources. Videos are expected in the coming days to confirm territorial expansion. Thus, the current map should reflect that Ukrainian positions in Poltavka and Rusin Yar are under FPV drone strikes. Many videos show Ukrainian armored vehicles being hit. However, this is likely a compilation from several days, not a single day's activity. Finally, we move to Yablonovka. Russian troops are reportedly clearing the town, while Ukrainian sources claim their forces pushed Russians back slightly. Information here is conflicting, so we'll update when we get more clarity. In Alexandra Kalinova, Russians are holding the southern outskirts, despite Ukrainian claims of full expulsion. Central areas are under FPV drone attack. Ukrainian sources reported repelling 9 Russian assaults. No major map changes today. Stepanovka is also under constant drone attack. Regarding Shtcherbinovka, according to some reports, most of the settlement has come under Russian control. However, this information still requires confirmation. Earlier, there were reports that Russian troops had taken Novospadskoye and provided video footage of a flag being raised there. But the Ukrainian side has not acknowledged losing this settlement. Nevertheless, we have updated the map because visual confirmation was received from that front line. Some pro-Russian sources also report that assault operations are ongoing in Shtcherbinovka, and most of the settlement is already under Russian control. As soon as video confirmation of the expanded control zone is available, we will update the map. Moving to Chasov Yar, no significant updates today. Positional battles continue near Predtekino and Stupochki. Positional fighting is also ongoing on the Seusk direction. Russian forces are attacking Ukrainian positions around Seusk, while Ukrainian forces are targeting Russian positions in Serebryanka, Grigorovka, Verkhnekamenskoye, and Vyemka. A Russian airstrike also hit Ukrainian personnel in the area of Dronovka. Otherwise, there are no changes on the map. Next is the Crashny Leman direction. Battles continue near Kolodyazy. Ukrainian forces are counter-attacking Russian positions and trying to push them off key high ground north of Kolodyazy. However, no confirmed changes have been reported. Russian positions also came under attack near Yampolovka. As usual, both sides suffer daily strikes in this area. North of here, Russian forces are reportedly advancing north of Redkudub toward Novy Mir, expanding their control zone. No video evidence has been provided yet, so no changes will be made to the map. Positional fighting also continues near Karpovka. Russian troops have secured the eastern outskirts of the town, but haven't moved further. We'll update the map once confirmation is available. For now, fighting continues along the entire line of contact. The same situation applies to the Kupansk direction. Positional fighting continues near Boguslavka and Zagryzovo. Previously, Russian forces had control of Zagryzovo, but Ukrainian troops launched a counterattack and recaptured the settlement. Russian forces are now striking Ukrainian positions in both of these settlements. There are updates from Kamyanka. Russian troops have expanded their control zone and taken control of the main supply road to Kamyanka, advancing up to 1 kilometer. North of Kamyanka, positional battles continue as Ukrainian positions are under Russian attack. As for Ambanoy and Khartne, Russian troops are reportedly close to Khartne and have engaged in battles for Ambanoy. However, no confirmed information is available. It's worth noting that information from this area usually comes with a 2 to 3 day delay. Today's map reflects only the changes from yesterday. This entire area has come under Russian control. Let's now move to Vchansk. Numerous changes have been reported here. Video footage from several locations confirms Russian forward positions. Russian troops have crossed the river and entrenched in the forested areas, advancing up to 1 kilometer in some places and up to 1.5 kilometers in others. This confirms the presence of Russian forces in the northern part of the forest. Earlier reports stated that Russian troops had crossed the Siversky Donets River in this area. Although Russian positions came under attack, overall progress reached up to 2.5 kilometers. However, based on the map, only a 500-meter advance was marked. It's possible the 2.5 kilometers refers to total movement along this front. As a result, this entire area, marked in red, is now under Russian control. Heavy fighting has taken place here for many months, without significant map changes. The front line used to follow the Siversky Donets River. Now, Russian troops have crossed the river and are gradually advancing in this area. In the Lipsy district, positional battles continue without major changes. Russian positions are under attack near Gluboko and Lukyantsy. Drones are also reaching other settlements, but the main targets are Gluboko and Lukyantsy. Russian forces are attacking Ukrainian positions on the northern outskirts of Lipsy. Moving to the Sumy direction, Russian forces have reportedly stabilized the front line, and previously lost positions are now being hit by Russian airstrikes. Several FAB-500 bombs have struck Ukrainian positions near Kondratovka. These strikes are gradually degrading Ukrainian personnel. A counter-offensive by Russian troops could be expected in the next week or two. Previously, Ukrainian troops had pushed Russians back in Kondratovka and Andreevka, while Alexeyevka also came under attack. Positional battles continue near Alexeyevka, but Ukrainian forces have not managed to capture it as easily as they did with Kondratovka and Andreevka. Overall, positional battles continue all along the front line. Russian troops have taken a tactical pause and are not advancing in this sector. Air power is being used extensively against exposed Ukrainian positions, often identified with FPV drones. Regarding Tetkino, Ukrainian positions in Rizhovka are under fire. Ukraine is bringing in reserves and attacking Russian positions in Tetkino, while Russian airstrikes continue to hit Ukrainian positions near Rizhovka. The map has remained unchanged here for several months. That concludes today's update. Thank you all for watching. See you next time.